What's up everyone, welcome to a very special video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys some exclusive Stormgate gameplay. Finally, after all the words and the hype, finally I'll be able to play some. They gave me the opportunity to stream the game, which is going to be happening probably tomorrow for you guys. I'm recording this on Tuesday, which means hopefully I can get the video out on Wednesday. And I'm going to be streaming it on Thursday on my Twitch stream, uThermal SE2, from 8 to 12 a.m. PST. Probably going to have to do some time zone conversion for that. But this video is basically the announcement for that and a little hype. Now, this game right now is still in the alpha stage. The stream is also going to be in the alpha stage, but this is very important, guys, and very cool for all of you guys that haven't backed the Kickstarter. The game is going to be open to play from 5 to 12 February on Steam, and that game is going to be on a new patch as well. And it's going to be, you know, pretty awesome. I feel like there hasn't been a new patch in a while, so I think the switch from alpha to beta is going to make for a really awesome patch. Can't wait to play it. And today I'm going to be playing in Skillis, the top 3 European protos in StarCraft 2. Obviously a talented gamer. I'm a little scared because he said he has been studying some games, but let's do it. All right, the first game is going to be on Broken Crown Hinterlands. That's what the map is called. Now, first game, I'm going to be playing Vanguard, and Skillis, my opponent, is going to be playing the Infernals. Now, from what I've heard from my friends, the Infernals are very strong. Now, I played like 4 games yesterday to kind of get a feel of the units and stuff. And I think I already know which unit I want to abuse. Like, I know which units are very strong. I don't really know much about the builds yet. And obviously, I also want to explain you guys how the game works, right? So, I'm not going to be focusing too much on the scout because that would make it a little bit confusing. But anyway, the game plays economically relatively similar to StarCraft. You have 2 main resources, which is these minerals over here, right, which are called luminite, I believe. And then you have the... Oh, I forgot the name of that one. That's a secondary resource anyway. I'll learn it at some point after I click on it or something. But for the most part, it plays relatively similar to StarCraft 2, except for the fact that you have camps. There are no heroes or no talents or stuff like that, like we had in Zero Space. So it's going to be a little more simple to, understand as a StarCraft player, pretty much. I'm going to be trying to play a relatively simple game plan as well. I could have gone for... Wait, what are this? Oh, command post. I was going to say command center first, but no, obviously I should have said command post first. My opponent going for a fast expansion here. I do think that he built a... Yeah, this is basically a barracks, right? It's a production facility. I do have to say, I'm going to be playing Infernals the game after this, and the Infernals have perhaps my favorite starting unit. I feel like they have an incredibly cool starting unit, which is the Brute. I'll explain that mechanic later if I'm going to explain, you know, the mechanics of my opponent's race at the same time. I think that's going to be a little confusing. So I'm going to expand without taking the secondary resource. Actually, as Vanguard, there is something cool you can do, which is that you can build your buildings with multiple workers. I was going to say SCVs, but they're called Bobs, B-O-B, in this game. You also have a Bob Overcharge, which my friend thinks is a very funny name for an ability, and that is probably going to get changed. But I think Bob Overcharge is actually pretty cool. It's a defensive mechanic. If you're going to get attacked, you can make your Bobs a little stronger. But as you can see, you can build this thing with multiple workers, which is really nice. These are Brutelings. Those spawn from the Brute. That's my opponent's initial unit. He can split it in 2 and make them a lot faster, pretty much. Now, I'm going to start mining this secondary resource here because the unit that is the strongest from my faction is the Hedgehog, which basically is produced from, the factory, the secondary tech building for Vanguard, which is called the Mech Bay. And the Hedgehog is kind of like, the best way to see it is, at least that's the way I experience it, is that it's like a Hellion. That is not just good against light, which, if I say it like that, it sounds pretty freaking insane, right? But yeah, it is actually a fantastic unit. Very strong, so I'm going to be using it. Now, he can't really do any damage because I can activate my Bob Overcharge, as you can see. It doesn't really make my guys much stronger, but it makes them way tankier, so they can't die. And every command post has an individual countdown, I believe. Now, these things do decay over time. The first time I played this game, these didn't actually decay. So you could run around these forever, but these do decay. So even though they're super fast, they are going to expire over time, which is, you know, lucky for me. Now, we saw that I was building 1 mech bay. I'm actually going to make another one, though. That's what I want to do. As you can see, they're about to time out. Maybe if I micro properly, I can... Okay, he's not going to try. Wait, it said what it was called, right? Man, I still don't know what it was called. Oh, it says neutral unit 2 when I click on it. God, I actually completely forgot what the second resource is called. It gets really confusing when you're playing like all these new RTSs and you start confusing all the names of the resources and stuff. But all right, here we go. My mech bays are getting finished. Oh, this is one thing that's a little weird about this game so far, is that you can right-click the worker away from the building. And instead of like shift-clicking back the way it does in StarCraft, it would actually just go back. So if you make a building and right-click here, it actually stops making it. So I've had a couple times where I look back at my base and my buildings aren't building. So that's a little unfortunate. Now, like I think I mentioned in the intro, right? But this game is going to be open to play from February 5th to 12th. And it's also going to be on a brand new patch. So what you're seeing here is still, yeah, relatively old, I guess. Like, it's not super old, but it's relatively old. And one thing that I've really liked about Stormgate so far is how much progress they've made from playtest to playtest. Because the first time I played this, that's already a while ago, I was like, yeah, it's pretty cool, but there's a lot of work to be done. But then the second time I played this, it was already so much fun that I played 100 games in one playtest. So I'm definitely looking forward to what they can do in the big patch from the alpha to the beta. I'm pretty sure that the next time I make a video on this, it's going to be extremely hype. Now, how many of these things do I want to make before I attack? I'm not sure. I think my opponent is probably going for a fast third base. At least, yeah, exactly. He has it already. So I'm going to be trying to torture him with these hedgehogs, which are like the super strong Hellions, pretty much. And then I suppose... Like, the last time I played against him, I tried to go for, like, mass air units, but the air units are not very strong in this game. Which is something I like, by the way, because I think everyone that has played StarCraft has been traumatized by, you know, mass liberator or mass carrier or whatever was OP at the time in StarCraft 2, right? So I'm pretty happy to see that the air units are not as strong in this game. But here you can see, he was trying to build a tower to keep himself safe against my hedgehogs, but these things are so freaking strong that you can even kind of burst down a tower. Now, my opponent is on 3 bases, and I haven't taken a third yet, so I do need to get a serious amount of damage here, because I'll probably try to take my third base behind this as well. Oh yeah, I also need to upgrade my main base. I guess I'll do that now, because that is something I forget. Gonna upgrade to a... Oh, these things are very cool. Magmadons, they're kind of like a little bit like an Ultralisk, like it has charge, and it also has another ability, which I only found out yesterday when I was playing against Skillers, which is freaking awesome. They have the ability to pull air units down to the ground if you upgrade it. So you can actually use these against air as well. Like if you're playing against like, I don't know if that unit exists actually, like a Broodlord type of unit, for example. Like definitely this game is going to have like capital ships at some point, I suppose. You can actually freaking pull them down to the ground and kill them, which is super cool. Now, let's see, what do I want? I want to make some atlases, and I also want to make some exos. Here we go. I'm not quite sure what the tech follow-up is to making a bunch of hedgehogs. For now, I'm just content torturing him in these units, but I do need to get a follow-up as well for the late game, of course. Now, these thingies that he has, those are ranged, so he's going to try to attack my hedgehogs with those at some point. And just make sure to keep attacking his towers. He's making more supply depots, aka meat farms, which I can snipe like this. And I'm sure you guys believe me now when I say that these things are incredibly strong. I'd be surprised if these don't get nerfed a little bit. From watching the tournaments, the race that my opponent's playing right now that I'm going to play after this is... oh, I did the thing. Look, I selected all my workers to build this because I didn't realize that it would pick all of them at the same time. That's another thing you have to get used to. But these things definitely have to get toned down a little bit, even if the opponent's race is a little better, right? Because these are freaking insane. Now, I think I want to go for a bunch of exos. I'm not quite sure if that's the best idea. I'm trying to bait the charge on these things because he can't charge and stun my units. That's probably what he's trying to do. Wait for the perfect charge timing. Let's see, I'm going to snipe that one. Dude, these are so insane. Wait, I think he has one from the back, right? I think I saw one Ultralisk coming from the back. I still have to start my base over here. Exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if he's not going to charge in right now. Let me try to snipe that one. Oh, barely survives on 1 HP. Let's get this base over here. Now, what I was going to say is that after playing Zero Space, it is very difficult to... you know, play another new game that has different mechanics. Like, for example, in Zero Space, you can kind of queue up all your buildings, which is a little risky. But here, you can only build stuff when you actually have enough money for them. So sometimes I feel like I already built something, but then I didn't. Now, these hedgehogs are doing all the work, but to be honest, I still don't have a transition behind us, and I haven't been... Wait, did that just jump? That didn't even charge. That freaking jumped at me. You guys saw that? I'm not quite sure that's what it's supposed to look like. I feel like it's supposed to charge more than jump, but I guess it is what it is. Now, well, actually, I should use all of... there's a couple of mechanics that I still have to get used to, right? Like, obviously, it makes sense, but I could have used all these extra. I was just waiting for my command post to finish so I could saturate that base, but I could have used my... my workers to actually build that 10 times as fast. That would be way, way smarter. I would imagine that the workers don't help 100%. Like, I don't think they... every worker is, you know, as much power as a whole new worker. I would think that it's probably like 50% or something like that. Oops. escape is not the button to cancel units. I think it's actually Y. That's one thing that's that I think is probably gonna be there in the beta, but it's not here yet. That I can change my hotkeys. So it's been a little bit difficult to navigate the new hotkeys here now and then, but that's all right. I made way too many workers, by the way. I feel like I would love to say that I've been macroing too well, but honestly, that's just a sign of me macroing too poorly. Like, I don't want to lie to you guys. I should have paid a little bit more attention and maybe focused a bit more on getting some real units here. Now, I haven't seen his Magmadon, so I wonder where they are. You could also be making air units right now. His faction has kind of like, I guess you could call it like a Mutalisk type unit. It's not as good as a Mutalisk, I think. Like I said, the air units have not been super impressive so far that I've seen them. But wait, these guys actually do shoot up as well, I believe. Oh, wait, that looked like he just stimmed them. You guys saw that? Huh, I think they might have added that because I'm pretty sure that was not a thing in the previous playtest. It looked like he just... Oh my god, I just one-shot that. It looked like he stimmed them to me. I'm not sure if it doesn't make them attack faster, looks like. I don't think they attack faster here. Let's see. No, they don't attack faster. Oh, that is a really bad idea by me, by the way. Yeah, I'm going to lose a couple here. Oh, I'm going to escape with those two. That is quite nice. Now, I'm still not quite sure what my tech should be. Oh, I'm not making this building as well. Let's take a look at the upgrades. Lancers. I think I do want to get the Lancer upgrade. Scout upgrade. Probably not very useful. And then I'll queue that one as well. And this one allows hedgehogs to deploy, increasing their ammo recharge. And I don't think I want that. I do like the Atlas. I'll get the upgrade for the Atlas as well. I hope I can show that to you guys. Now, I do need to get these guys repaired. Do I need to... I feel like I can probably just right-click them. Yeah, it actually works. Okay, that is quite awesome. Now, what I've struggled with before against this faction is that their late-game army is freaking strong. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do against the late-game army here. Like, I'm going to try to make exos because these hedgehogs undoubtedly are going to get worse in bigger numbers. I could also make the new bunker. It's a sentry post. It's a thing they added recently. And apparently it has different effects depending on the unit that you have inside, which is pretty awesome, I have to say. Like, that is very, very cool that it works that way. I made a couple more barracks, right? Yeah, I did make a couple more barracks. Okay, these have been repaired enough. I'm tired of not being on the map. I need to have something to do, guys. I need to be on the map here. I'm going to make some Lancers because they're cheap, and I feel like they're relatively tanky for an early unit. I feel like I activated something on accident, didn't I? Did I do the bomb overcharge on accident, maybe? It sounded like I activated something. It's pretty funny, by the way. I don't think I've done like a single camp this game because I've been so focused on annoying him, which is definitely not the way you're supposed to play this game. But I guess I just had a really good time running around with my hedgehogs over here. I'm actually going to put a couple bunkers over here as well. I mean, I imagine I can't put the hedgehogs inside, but I do have a decent amount of exos building already, which is basically marine. I guess I can build one next to the camp as well. Now, one downside of these units is that they don't... Oh, this is nice. Look at this. Oh, wait, he has high ground vision up here? Is that supposed to be the case? Or I feel like probably not, right? Oh, he actually split all of his brutes there. Still gonna get out with a couple of those. I think I'm gonna make a couple Atlases here. I was a little puzzled there. I'm not quite sure if he was supposed to have vision there, but I guess we'll find out later. I wish I could... this is gonna sound like I'm a pleb to you guys, but... I really wish I could rebind the alt army hotkey because in StarCraft 2 I'm a bit of an...
What can I do for you?
You could describe me as an F2 demon, let's just say it that way, okay? Nothing wrong with a little bit of F2, guys, a little bit of selecting my army everywhere. You know, my opponent's army looks freaking insane, though. I'm kind of scared of going up against that. Let's see, what is my button to... I feel like I should have a stim, right? Or did I not upgrade it yet? Maybe I haven't upgraded yet, not sure. Yeah, I guess I'll put the exos in. Oh, it does actually change form as well. Look at that. Wait, it's a healing... Yo, you can put a healer inside and it's a healing station. That is actually very cool. Look at that. There's a healing station over there. Tell me that's not cool. Now, I'm going to have to split these prematurely because of the Magmalons charging in, exactly. Now, sadly, the healing station is not going to do anything because I didn't put my units near it. I think this fight probably looks okay. I need to be really careful because of these units in the back. What the units in the back do is they infest you. And then if they kill a unit that's infested, they spawn units from you. So if like, for example, you're going to pull your workers against that, he's just going to spawn like a million little Zerglings off of your army, basically. Now, thank goodness my healers are doing a good job. Wait, can this shoot? No, it only shoots when it sees. That's unfortunate. So that's basically like a really big tank. I feel like that went pretty well for me as well, by the way. Like, I kind of thought we were going to get owned, but I guess not. Gonna make a ton more barracks. I don't think this game has like upgrades like +1 and stuff like that. I feel like those are not in yet. I don't know if they're supposed to be in at some point, but they're not in yet. Oh, there's one thing that I do have to mention as well. I haven't actually heard anything about this, but when I go to my main base, there's another tech on the command center that is not here yet. So there's a lot of tech units to come. Like, these are not all the units I have yet. I do wish I can show you guys. Wait, should I maybe make some walls? Like, my opponent's race is very zergy, right? So I feel like maybe it would be smart to just get like a little bit of a wall off up here. That I can like siege an Atlas behind or something. Oh, this is actually something that's pretty cool. Check this out. So you can siege this thing. And you can have it attack the ground. So you can just make that like attack the ramp forever. I think that's pretty awesome. Now I have a lot of dogs here, which I feel like those were nerfed pretty hard at some point. So I probably should have been making them. But I think, wait. Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's pretty funny. The reason why I'm making dogs, I think I figured it out, is because it's on the D hotkey, which is where Marauders would be in StarCraft. So I'm just selecting my barracks and making a bunch of Marauders in my head, right? Or that's just like what the muscle memory is doing. But then instead I end up having, yeah, a lot of dogs, right? I mean, these are scouts, but they're still pretty decent. I can still kill some stuff with them. These are not going to do anything. His army looks pretty big. I don't have the abilities yet. Let's see. I can get my abilities through this menu over here. Let's just get all these upgrades. I want the jump jets. I know I'm being a bit of an amateur here by queuing my upgrades like that, but I mean, I have the money anyway. Why the hell not? Now, I don't think I've made the hangar bay yet, which is, I believe, yeah, that's a starport unit, or the starport building pretty much. That's going to allow me to make some... yeah, some air support units more than anything else. Now, I wonder if I can go here. Do I have another Atlas? Let me try to unseat this one. So what I can do is I can try this, shoot this from up here. It's just I would love some more walls over here. Look at this. I'm going to try to wall this off. And then I'm going to siege this bad boy over here. And then I should be able to just use attack ground and kill that. Look at this. Oh, that is really cool. And I think I got an upgrade for it. I'm not quite sure if it's finished, that it leaves the ground scorched, so it's going to keep doing damage. Then I have these Vulcan units over here. So they kind of look like divas, I guess, right? From the Blizzard universe, I suppose. And what they do is the more they attack, the more they ramp up. So you kind of want to have them in a choke where they can attack continually. Now, let's see. I got my starport things over here. I'm going to make this Sentinel. The Sentinel is supposed to be a support unit. What it does exactly, I honestly don't quite know. But I guess we'll see. I have 24 AFK SCVs. I have no idea. Wait, what does it say? Control-Shift-L. Oh, no. I'm being attacked. Never mind. We'll do that later. Let's try to A-move everything I have over here. Okay, there we go. I do have a lot of dogs here, which I'm not quite sure about. I'm also... Wait, is that a Doom drop? Wait, I thought that... I thought they removed these... I'm not even kidding. I actually thought they removed the dropper... Yeah, dropper overlords, whatever you want to call them. Now, I'm going to lose that base, which I'm not quite sure that's the biggest deal ever. I just need to make sure that I don't get owned at every place at the same time. It sucks that I lost my Atlas. Oh, we are going to kill a couple of these units. That is quite nice. Here we go. Those are already going to die pretty fast. He is going to get in here, so I'll just retreat with those. Maybe I should counterattack with all these dogs. I feel like that would be a decent idea as well. Now, this job really is doing a lot of work here, guys. I didn't see that one coming. I guess I'm... wait, I lost my tech buildings. Oh, I did lose some stuff. Yeah, I lost my tech buildings over there. That's a little painful, actually. I have no idea. Wait. Yo, oh my god, that is insane. Those drop overlords, dropper ships, whatever you want to call them, they drop Shroud, which is like the creep-like substance, which heals his units right there. So he can basically doom drop in my base and heal his units at the same time. That is freaking insane. Oh my goodness. I didn't know you could still make those, but I'll definitely check those out in the next game when I do play the Infernals, because that is freaking crazy. Now, let me try to rebuild a couple units. I have this one now. It has a pulse inhibitor, which slows units for 5 seconds. Well, that's actually not that bad. I'm not quite sure if I can still kill this army, though. That wasn't the best charge ever, so that is quite nice for me. I do keep pressing the wrong button here because I'm just trying to press F2. That's really not going super well for me so far. Wait, where did that air unit go? Did I just lose it? I actually have no idea where it went. Where did you go? Oh, it is... No, it's not there. Is it? Wait, I must be blind. Right? Where's the thingy? Did it actually disappear? Or am I insane right now? Is this some alpha gameplay? Or am I just really blind? It's possible. All right, well, we lost the first game. I mean, I do think I did a pretty decent job here, but the other faction is a little stronger, and now it's time for us to get revenge with the Infernals. All right, the second game is going to be on Jacket Mall, which is a different and bigger map. Now, this game... I'm gonna do my best to play a little more properly. I mean, besides trying to explain my faction, hope I'm doing a decent job so far. I know I'm a little bit of a chaotic person sometimes, but I hope I'm doing a decent job so far. But I need to play a little better, focus a little more on the camps. And this map also has different camps. So I didn't explain what all the camps do, but in the previous map, you have the typical camps. You have a resource camp, kind of speaks for itself. It gives you resources. You have a health camp, it heals you. You have a speed camp, which gives your unit speed if you pass by in the little bubble that stays left. And then you have a vision camp, which is basically like a... Yeah, you can see like a Zelnaga tower from StarCraft 2, right? Like, it's a little unit that you can kill, so it's not like the vision is there forever. But you do get a nice amount of vision, and then this map is something special, which is the siege camp. You can kill this and you'll basically get a catapult that attacks your opponent, so that's pretty cool. It is a really big map, so it's gonna take a while for that to arrive, but it's yeah, it's still pretty strong. I think people were even inventing some cheeses with it, so it's pretty good. Now I'm gonna be trying to take my expansion here. So the first mechanic that you notice is that this race has kind of like a... Yeah, I guess the first instinct you guys probably have is that it's creep, right? It's a little different. You can't really spread it. It's more like there's a couple abilities and units and stuff like that that do spread it, but it's not like you spread Shroud. That's what it's called over the entire map. What Shroud does is it gives your unit these shields. Like, notice how these guys have full white bars. That's the shield. And this one is not full yet. It's because it hasn't fully charged, so it gives you shields. Other people's Shroud also gives you shield, at least for now. So playing Infernal against Infernal gets pretty crazy, because you can kind of cheese someone and kind of leech off of their Shroud, which is pretty insane. Now, the way this race production works is, I guess, yeah, I wouldn't really say it's similar to Zerg. It's more like, I guess it's a mix of like Zerg and Protoss, where you have like Warp Gate and Larva. If I combine those two things, you guys are probably like, no. It sounds like my biggest nightmare. Especially if you're like a Terror player, that sounds really scary to up against right now. But like, basically, you save charges. So you can always, if you're not sure what to build, for example, you can bank money and then all of a sudden make like 5 of these guys, of these brutes. Oh yeah, I wanted to explain these guys because these guys are my absolute favorite. So you get this big, tanky early game melee unit, and you can micro it perfectly. So what you can do is, as soon as it gets low HP, you can use the Sunder Soul ability and split it in 2, and it basically becomes 2 really fast Zerglings that do decay now over time, so they do die over time. Unless you're on Shroud, probably, I want to guess, but I still think it's a really cool primary unit. Like, it's actually awesome. Now, normally, I'm going to try to play properly here. So I was going to say, normally you should add a couple more Iron Vaults here, which is like the barracks type building. But I kind of was tempted to go for an instant third base, but I'm going to try my best to play a little better here than last game. Like, I can't, you know, go around saying that Infernal is the stronger faction and then losing with it, right? Like, then I just have to, you know, I give my opponent all the bragging rights. Which is fine, because he's a really cool guy, by the way. But still, you know, never want to have someone have that over you, right? Now, you also have, like, this scouting unit, the Shadow Flyer. I'm not quite sure if that's something you want to spend your money on, right? Because it costs a 50 of the second... Oh, wait, here it is. It's Therium. That's what it's called. Therium. Not Ethereum, like the crypto, but Therium. That's what a secondary resource is called. I don't think I want to spend that on a scout this early. Maybe I'd rather get upgrades. I'm not quite sure how many units I want to build. I think since I have the charges, I can just save up. I'm going to make a base over here. I do need to make sure to pay attention to the hedgehogs, right? Because the hedgehogs, they did so much work against me last game. So I probably want to prevent that from happening against me, right? So I'm going to counterattack with these guys and just prematurely start 2 towers in front of my bases. And hopefully I can distract him for long enough that those get up. At least that is the dream. I could also split these guys into the faster melee units to try and get a big surround. But yeah, you know, kind of ends up being a gamble. Let's see if I can maybe take down one of his buildings. I feel like he's probably out on the map. Maybe he's even doing the siege camp. I would love for it if I could, you know, make him come back here. That'd be absolutely awesome. Gonna make another tower over here. Yeah, okay, there you go. He is actually making the hedgehogs. That is already a pretty nice scout for us. Gonna try to buy as much time with these as possible. I haven't made units in a while. As you can see, I have 5 charges. You can see it over here. Maybe we can get a really nice surround. No, barely not. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get a scout over here. And then I'm gonna make the secondary production facility, which starts making the range unit. Gonna make 3 of them instantly. Oh, he is going for a lot of hedgehogs, like a crazy amount. Okay, then I'm gonna double tower. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty tough to defend, not gonna lie. I'm not 100% sure what I should be making against him. I think I'm gonna upgrade my base. I think you have to do that with every faction. I haven't spoken about the 3rd faction yet, by the way, and that's because I don't think it's ever been announced or even official. I just keep seeing like these, like these clickbait videos is like, this is what we know about the third Stormgate faction, which I think means that no one knows anything, because else those videos probably wouldn't be made, right? So, but I guess it does mean that it is coming, but I haven't heard anything about it yet. But so far, every base kind of upgrades their main building to get to the new level of tech. Now, I'm kind of saving up for the Magmadons. I need to make a shadow cleft for that, which is that. That's the C building. Okay, so I'm going to lose this one already. Should I cancel? Oh, that's, yeah, never mind. I did the same thing I did in the last game. I'm going to make a couple brutes. These are just going to tank for my tower. I could also counterattack right now. That's not even the craziest idea. I can either tank for my turret or I could counterattack right now. I just want to make sure he doesn't get to attack my turret for free here. I mean, so far I think I'm doing a good job. Keep in mind my opponent is... How much would these cost actually? Oh, it's actually a range unit that only costs 50. Yeah, it kind of makes sense why they're so fragile then, right? But if he doesn't break me here, I'm already on 3 bases. I'm going to be pretty happy with it. I'm very tempted to split these up into like the smaller fast units and do a run by and maybe try and get some damage done. That would be quite nice as well. I do think my macro is still all right. I think for the most part, you just really need one Ultralisk, basically, like one Magneton to get it done. Yeah, these towers, man, you actually need a lot of these towers to defend against these. Like, it's pretty crazy, huh? I should have been saving my money, I think, to make a Magmadon instead of spending it on these more units. I'm going to make a couple more towers as well. It is taking me a lot of workers, right? Like, you do lose your workers when you build stuff with the Infernals, so that is something I want to keep in mind. I currently do have a lot of Therium. It does seem like the high ground vision is not really a thing yet, right? Like 100%, I know there's someone that's going to ask it. Are they not going to implement it? Of course they will, you know. High ground vision is just, every RTS is going to have that pretty much, unless it's a real crazy RTS without fog of war or whatever, right? But for the most part, every RTS is going to have that. So it does seem a little... Like, sometimes he does walk up the ramp, but sometimes he also just seems to shoot me from the low ground, and we had a moment in the last game as well. Let's see, I'm going to try split that one. I mean, I'm not sure if it really matters if I split them, because they kind of... Well, actually, I killed one. Okay, maybe I should have paid more attention to that, because I did get one there. And now I got my Magnetons, which is really nice. Let's see if I can kind of catch him off guard, because he might not be paying attention here. I don't know what the range is on the stun. Let's see. Oh, I might be able to get a really good one. Oh, that was pretty nice. Can we get that one? Oh, barely not. Now, the range on these guns is pretty small. I do want to make sure to go back to my Shroud before losing these guys, because it would be quite the pain to lose these already. Now, my economy is looking pretty stacked. I haven't done any counter damage yet. Now, I want to know where the hell he made that dropper unit from. Let's see. So there's a ritual chamber, and that allows a Doombringer. Okay, that sounds, I don't even know what that is. That sounds pretty crazy, though. And you have the Spire, which is the building for the flying units. Though the last time I used it, I didn't see, you know, the Dropper Lord, the dropship unit come from that. Oh, I need to make a couple more depots. What's kind of nice about the meat farms here, the supply depots, is that they produce these Felhogs, which defend. So you can also, you know, be very good at strategically placing them. So you actually get, like, the extra defense from your supply depots, pretty much. Or your meat farms, or... I already forgot what the supply depot is called for the other race that I played, the Vanguard, so I'm not going to pretend that I'm going to keep it up. Let's see. I'm going to make this upgrade because that's going to make my gun stronger. I guess that is like the Stimish thing that we saw, right? Now, maybe I will do... I'm kind of scared to move out on the map because of the hedgehogs, right? Like, I don't think I have enough guns to really challenge that yet. Guess I'll just make a couple more. I do have to say, this is what Skillers actually told me yesterday when we were playing. Is that the macro for this race feels very easy just because you can save up the charges. Like, you can not be making units for a while, and then all of a sudden you can just make 100, which is on one hand something strategic, but I do wonder if it maybe makes the macro a little bit too easy, because so far, I don't think I've done a good job macroing at all, but it's still very easy to spend my money, right? Which I'm not quite sure if that is what they want. Oh, wait, they just... a Doombringer? I'm so confused because I thought when I clicked on... Oh, that looks really nice. Oh, I'm going to get the stun on that unit. Yeah, that's great. That's a Vulcan. That's like the Diva-like unit from the last game, right? That you guys didn't really get to see pop off, sadly. Pretty good fights here, though. Like, it looks like I got decently far ahead with my opening. I do need to make sure to not lose everything to these freaking hedgehogs, though, because they will pop off against me. Let's see. Can I kill that one? No, it looks a little dangerous. I guess I'll just go for these bobs over here. Do I need to activate anything for the infest? Maybe. Not quite sure, actually. Now, oh, wait, guys, I'm going to show you something really cool on this map that I think a lot of people don't know, but it's actually pretty awesome. Let's see if I can show you guys this. So on this map, you have, like, the middle is pretty much completely blocked off. But if you use the Magmadons, you can actually break it, which is pretty freaking sick. Look at this. So I think it works like this, right? Like you can actually, yeah, you can break terrain with these things. So I just opened the path through the middle of the map, and my opponent might never realize that I could come back to haunt him. Now let's see, do I need to... I guess I'll get the Brute upgrade and probably the Magmadon upgrade later on. I do think I could use a little bit more production. I'm actually going to go up in production. Oh, I misclicked there. I'm going to go up in production a lot because I do have... I would say a little economic advantage. Like, I don't think my opponent has as much therium as I do. I did kill a lot of his workers, and my 4th base only just spawned. So it's kind of hard to say. Now, at this point, I have 3 of the Doombringers. That's what they're called. I really thought when I clicked on the unit that my opponent dropped within the last game, it said Harbinger. So I was wondering, I thought the Doombringer was some kind of Omega unit that would absolutely pop off, you know? Like something like a Mothership type of unit, you know, like a superhero or something. And let's see, I don't know how many fit in there. But they didn't do anything yet. Oh, he has a couple of these. Okay, these are honestly pretty weak, so I don't think I really have to care about it that much. I do need to make sure that I don't get absolutely owned. Now, how do I... Did I already put something inside, or what do I do? Descend? Teleport the units to a friendly shrine? Why couldn't I put anything inside here? I guess this is just another thing that I... Maybe I have to upgrade it or something. I'm not quite sure. I'm going to make a couple towers, probably in each base, just so I don't get tortured by freaking... you know, those air units flying in all the time. Gonna rally a couple more over here because I have too many workers here already. Maybe I should ask him how I'm supposed to load into the thing. Let's see if there's an upgrade for it. Get that upgrade, and then doesn't really look like it. Wait, that's not the right unit I'm clicking on. It looks like they're full of stuff already. Let's see. This is a teleport. Enables the ability to load and... Wait, I have to... Oh, okay. So you have to descend it to load into the thing. And then you have to lift it up again. Something... Okay, that is pretty crazy. All right. I guess we're going to see how that is going to work out. I think I should be able to defend there, so that's fine. That's going to die pretty fast. So that's... Okay, I guess it's good that we know. So I'm going to descend them, and then you load them in, I guess. Are you guys going to get in there? Or, like, why? It's taking a little bit long. Oh, I guess the Magmadons don't fit. Is that what it is? Or do the Brutes... Are the Brutes not allowed to go in either? Is it just the Guns? Okay, I guess we'll see. I'll try to do an attack on the left side and attack on the right side at the same time. Yeah, it always gets a little bit confusing when you're playing a new game and you have to figure it out while you're playing against, you know, a really talented gamer trying to mess you up at the same time. Like it does get a little complex sometimes. Yeah, he was ready for this drop, but honestly, there's really not that much in the drop. Like it really is not the scariest drop of all time, to say the least. Now let's see if I can do some damage over here. How do I? Do I have to drop them again? I guess I do. Okay, here we go. This actually looks pretty nice. We're going to be able to kill all of these air units. Almost. Oh, they almost all died. Okay, so let's... Oh, this one didn't descend yet. I guess we'll... I'm going to try it again. Let's see if I can do some real damage here. Kill that base would be nice. The descending mechanic does make it a little weird. Like, I'm not quite sure when I can actually do stuff or not. Now, I have so much money. I guess I'll just spend it all on Brutes here. I'm not quite sure if Brutes are going to be the best units to build, but I think it makes sense that I use them. So my opponent has a lot of Vulcans, and he also has a couple of the supportive area units. Let's see. I guess I'll just drop over here if they want to. Exactly. There you go. Yeah, I feel like these dropper things are very, very strong. It's a little confusing to use them, but they're definitely very, very strong. Now, I have a bunch of units walking everywhere right now, which is usually how I like to play the game, so that's nice. Can I load them in again? Okay, can I get out? There we go. Very nice. Oh, I did lose... Oh, no. Okay, thank goodness. I thought I lost all of my freaking... what's it called? I think I lost all of my Magmadons, but I did it, so that's really nice. That is an effect, okay? That looked a little bit crazy. Yeah, let's try to get these. But he doesn't have the middle base yet, so I think we're fine. I guess, no, with this faction, you can't use multiple things to build a building, so I guess I'll just I'll use one of these guys, actually, because I have a lot. There's basically a super base over here, which is really scary. I'm going to... Oh, they do cost 100. Okay, these dropper things are very expensive. Okay, that is good to know. They are extremely expensive. 100 for, yeah, a drop thingy, that is pretty crazy. Now, let's see. What else do I want to build? I could make a couple Weavers. Weaver is a spellcasting unit. Wait, where are these guys? Wait, I thought I made more of these. Is this all? It's a spellcasting type unit that can abduct things in. So kind of like a Viper, I guess, but on less of a cooldown. Okay, this time they did load in very cleanly. So I guess maybe the last time I was just doing something a little bit awkward. Okay, now I'm gonna go over here. I do want to make some weavers, but I don't really have enough resources for it right now. So I guess I'll just try to do the same move again. If I can snipe his fourth base twice, that would obviously be pretty nice. Yeah, he does have something in there, but I have no idea what it is. I keep pressing the wrong hotkey, by the way, for the descent. Okay, but this is going to be pretty nice. Let me make sure to stim these guns this time. It's been something that I have been forgetting. There we go. Okay, I just stimmed them to their death. I'm not quite sure if you guys saw that, but I just stimmed them. I didn't realize that it was actually like stim where you would lose HP, so I just got all of them to die, basically. Okay, that was a little silly by me, not gonna lie. Wouldn't be surprised if we got a couple face bombs for that one. Wait, why is that base dying so slowly? Ah, it's because the Magmadons are being blocked. Okay, that's a little annoying. Those Vulcans are pretty hard to deal with, I feel like. Like, those are going to be doing a really good job here against me. Look, wait, I won in the main? Wait, how did I win that? Dude, that's so confusing. I thought the fight in the front would go a lot better. And I thought the fight in the main would go a lot worse, but then it ended up being like that. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what I can actually do against the Vulcans. They seem quite powerful, I have to say. I know they don't shoot up, so that is always an option. But the thing is, you know, is that really something that I want to do to go for mass air right now? Like, mass air doesn't seem too hard to counter. I still have units in the main as well. His entire main is held hostage. I'm going to try to run these in. Let's see if I can maybe snipe like another base or something. That would be nice. Let's see, I'll try to get this one. At least I can do is try to get all the bobs. I feel like getting all the workers would be nice. This is already mined out, but still. Okay, let's see. I have a couple more buildings making. Does he have anti here? Wait, I think he might not. No, I think these supporting units, I think they actually shoot up. So that's a little scary. I mean, he doesn't really have production anymore, which is really good. But let's see, they cost 75 gas. Yeah, it's not that bad, but I also just don't have, or therium rather. I just don't have therium right now. So that is a little bit of a problem, of course. I have 4 of them now, and he has 3 of the supportive units, so I just wonder if that's going to be enough for me. I don't have a single unit that shoots up here either, so that thing is just kind of owning me for free right now. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can snipe one before the fight starts. That'd be nice. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so it does shoot up, but it's not that strong, and I'm pretty sure these guys don't shoot up, right? Do they? I feel like something is shooting me, but it's kind of hard to tell what. Yeah, these things actually don't shoot up. Look at this. He's going to have to raid with all of them because I have a couple of these Mutalisk units. They're called the Spriggan. And I still have his main base in complete shambles, pretty much. I'm going to try to retake these bases instantly. And I hope he can't reinforce in time to really deal with that. That is the dream. Okay. He's been losing all of his hedgehogs all this time, by the way, which is crazy. And now these Spriggans are going to be able to take care of that. He does still have the base. I think since he's going to clean me up anyway, maybe I should just be trying to focus this base down because it's such a big part of his economy. Yeah, I'll try to get this one down, actually. He's trying to make more air. Let me make sure to kill the workers as well if I can. So I'm going to be losing these units at some point, but it seems like it's worth it for now. I don't think I want to be making these forever because even the hedgehogs will be really good against those. Let me get one more shot if I can. Okay, there we go. Now, this base is mining pretty happily, so that's nice. I did miss hotkey them, unfortunately, because my main bases were on hotkey just now, so that is a little bit painful that I wasn't able to make a ton of workers at once for that. Now, what do I make now? Because I still... Wait, that's... Oh, I was wondering, like, what the hell is that? That's still chilling over there, but I guess it's the, you know, the dropper thing that I had. I think I want to drop some more stuff in this base. I'm going to make some more guns. And then I guess I'll try to do a counterattack with this one. I have this hidden base over here, or at least it wasn't really my intention to hide it, but I guess it is hidden. Here we go. I'm going to be able to kill these supportive units, which is awesome. Let's see, I'm going to take care of that one at least. And then now, I guess I'll just prop this down, get all the guns inside. Can I please get out of here? And drop these back into the... Yeah, into the main base, I guess. I'm going to try to kill this base, actually, with these units. Oh, wait, this one is stuck? No, okay, it looked like it was stuck there for a second. That would have been very unfortunate. I just need, like, a little bit more therium so I can actually make a Magmadon. There we go. I'm going to drop this over here. He has enough hedgehogs. Yeah, hedgehogs counter these too hard, so they really are a super situational unit, and I'm starting to be afraid that we might be losing this one here, guys. So I have a bunch of guns in the main base. I don't have money right now to actually... build a Magmadon. I also don't think I have enough... Wait, why is it not... Oh, I keep pressing the wrong hotkey. I was doing the same thing again. Okay, here we go. So all of these are going to be infested. Let's not stim them to their deaths this time. That would be quite pleasant not to do. Now, I'm really not quite sure what I can make against these. Like, I know there must be a counter, but to be honest, I'm really just not quite sure what it is. Now, he's just going to give me a bunch of free units by making that. Guess I'll just get a couple of stuff over here. Maybe I can do like a full-on counter attack. I can make one more Magmadon from this and a couple more brutes. I think that's pretty nice. Oh, it looks like he has too many units here, though. Let's see if I can get some extra units spawning from my Gauntz. Yeah, it looked like it's a little bit too much, and I can't clear up this army either. Yeah, this thing's... Yeah, okay. And now I'm sure that the high ground vision is definitely not a thing yet, because he just killed that straight up. Wait, my other units didn't go for the counterattack. That's a little unfortunate. I did actually have a couple there. Okay, so these guns are going to die now. It looks like we might have killed... the hedgehogs there, which would be quite nice. Maybe I'll just try to target this one down. My other units are going to come to reinforce in just a second. Let's see if I can get a really big stun. That'd be nice. Okay, there we go. That is a big stun. And I got a bunch of these brutes as well. I can't quite get the surround yet. He is going to be able to kill that. Now, I do have a couple of stuff over here as well. Maybe I should just be making some freaking turrets. I feel like that might even be the best play here. Just some basic turrets. Wait, he actually let those Gaunts live as well, which is pretty funny. Wait, could I kill these with my imps? That would be pretty funny. I think I'm gonna kill it with the imps. Look at that. They're fighting very slowly, but they really are doing their best, guys. As you can see, they really are doing their best. So his base is pretty much crewed. The production is pretty much entirely gone. My imps freaking won that trade, which is awesome. I still have... Wait, these guys weren't mining Therium for such a long time. That is a big problem. Yeah, the biggest problem for me is that these things are gonna time out, right? Like, these things are gonna time out at some point. Okay, here we go. Oh, this could be a pretty decent fight, actually. Let's see if we can get a surround on the Vulcans. I mean, the Magmadons are really doing their best. It seems like my little Brutling kind of guys have gone away already. I don't think he's realized that his main base is an absolute shambles to these same two Gaunts. He only has this one base left, but I don't think we have enough units. I mean, I could try to make... Wait, do I need something for that? Wait. No, right? No, oh, I don't have a single production facility. That's the thing. I was wondering, why can't I make these things? But I actually don't have a single production facility, but he has enough, and that is going to be it. And oh my goodness, they were quite the games, guys. Definitely some fantastic games here. I did lose 2-0, so I have to eat my words. I was sure I was going to win with the Infernals, but Skillers was a little bit too good today. I really like the Vulcan play. I'm not quite sure to counter it. I think maybe the unit that I was talking about that can abduct would be a good choice, but I never mined enough Therium for that, so that's my bad. But I learned a lot. Hope you guys had a fantastic time as well. I'll be showing this game again after the patch when the game is going to be open on Steam next fest. That's going to be very, very exciting. But even now, hope you guys had a good time. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and I'll see you all for the next video. Adios.